A very happy Thursday, July 21st, 2022, 4:30 in the p.m. Welcome to Events and Sports. He's Chris Kennedy. I am Scott Maxwell. We have another show for you today. A lot of gossip today. No results from last night due to the All-Star break. Sequel will have some for you tomorrow. So they'll be flying solo. And we're going to dive into a little Elon Musk shirtless. He's poking fun at himself. You gotta love someone who's self-deprecating. There's the Disney World Street Brawl video. The fights keep on happening. Even the happiest place on earth is full of people trying to kill each other. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball, some family pricing I came across. It's a little disturbing. Juan Soto trade prospects. The White Sox, Liam Hendricks has a crazy pre- and post-game meal. Matthew Tkachuk of the Calgary Flames informed the front office he will not be re-signing long-term. That will be a blockbuster trade. James Harden got a big 2-year deal. Going to talk some college football regarding the U here in Miami. Rich Eisen is going to be a free agent. A guy that could have been a free agent, Kyler Murray, got paid today. The Tampa Bay Bucks made a nice little tight end signing. We've got a nerve-wracking Great White Shark video, and I've got a little game for CK at the end called Name This Band. Chris, what's up, man? Before we get into it real quick, I know your mom watches from time to time.
Yeah, she's on.
Just wanted to wish her a very happy 80th birthday today.
Yes, God bless her, man. God bless her.
So what's up, dude?
Not too much. Just another day in the D, and super hot one today, like in the 90s. So, yikes.
It was relatively cool down here today. We had a nice breeze coming in off the ocean. Makes all the difference in the world when you got a nice breeze, man.
Oh, I bet.
It felt like 10, and there was some overcast, so it felt like it was 10 to 15 degrees cooler. Yeah, breeze with overcast, nice 10 to 15 degree cooler day. I was actually able to walk around in a pair of jeans and golf shirt and not sweat profusely. I always have to keep a backup. I keep a backup long sleeve and a backup short sleeve in my pickup. One, if I sweat through it, or two, if it gets get caught in a major rainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you're not freezing in the air conditioning and catching a cold, and all. You can just change. You know what I mean?
This might be a dumb question, but do you ever have any time of the year where you wear hoodies? Does it get that?
Oh yeah.
Does it? Okay.
Oh yeah. December and January for sure.
Oh, okay.
December and January for sure. Like that time of year, I'm almost always in a hoodie.
Yeah.
At home at night.
Yeah, out of all there is to wear, it's for whatever reason, I feel the most comfortable in a hoodie. That fall, cool, crisp day, football's on, just get a hoodie, jump on the couch, blanket.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's gotten as low as, the first year I was here, I think it got down to 36 or 34 or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you guys do get cold. Have you ever seen? It doesn't stick around that long, but yeah. We do. Have you ever seen snow? Like even if it just came down and disappeared?
Not in Florida, but in Scottsdale. No? I did in Scottsdale.
Oh, really?
Several times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, they have more of a true winter. There you can walk around in winter jackets and boots and sweaters. And, yeah, it's more of a true winter out there. It's beautiful during the day, but as soon as the sun goes down, it freezes. I mean, it gets down to freezing.
Wow.
So, and then so if it gets cold enough to snow, it's freezing,
Mm-hmm.
It's left as much as a light dusting, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's hop into it, man. It'll be fast and furious, probably. Lots of fun as always. Let's hop into our first story here regarding Elon Musk. So have you seen this photo?
Scott, I did. And obviously I have nothing to laugh about. I mean, but it's don't
because
laugh.
Of the weight or the white?
Well, I guess I'll go 2 for 2 and 2 for 2 there. But this dude's a trillionaire Come on, dude. You've got all the money, and you could literally buy yourself a new body. Put some money towards it, or even even if he was tan, I think we could almost say, it is what it is. But that is as Casper white as you're going to get. It doesn't get any more white than that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's enough sunscreen out there on the market to be able to protect that.
No.
But
honestly,
everybody's pointing. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if he was just walking down the beach, I wouldn't even have taken a second look like, oh my God, that's Elon Musk. He just, I mean, it's just, I know.
In Florida, yeah, but if you look, you take a second look at the whiteness if you're in Florida.
Well, right. I guess, yeah, right.
The first thought is when you're with someone, you all turn to each other. You're like, dude, that guy's going to get sunburnt to all shit. Like, that guy's got problems ahead. He better load up on some aloe.
Oh, dude, he's going to get wasted with that.
Especially consuming alcohol, dehydrating the body, you know?
Yeah. Well, looking at
him, but look at the chick that he's with, though. I mean, she ain't any tanner. You know what I mean? This guy ain't any tanner either. Now, this guy here's probably like the boat captain, you know?
Right.
With the tan arms. He's probably out on the water all the time. He's probably the captain. You know, and he's got his shirt on, so that leads me to believe he's like the, you know, quote unquote professional of the bunch, you know, out at sea. But you got to love a guy that's self-deprecating and can make fun of himself.
For sure.
He said, haha, damn, maybe I should take my shirt off more often. Free the nip.
Well,
then he posted a meme that compared him shirtless with an image of a dog standing on its back legs, and he said, "My calves are bigger though."
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a guy's got that kind of money. He's got that sense of humor.
Oh hell yeah, he's laughing all the way to the bank.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you're right, man. You got that kind of money. I mean, you're talking an hour workout, 7% of your day. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have an hour to have someone. You don't even have to go to the gym. You just need to have the equipment at your $1 billion estate, you know, and have the trainer show up at a certain time each day, and you set that aside for your workout. You know, 3 days a week, man. That's all that guy needs. And I bet if he quit drinking and did something like 3 days a week, you know, he's got a nice frame. Shoulders are nice and rounded. You know, his arms, you know, are kind of thick. You could tell, like, if he lost that weight and brought in that midsection, he'd have a nice V lats.
Oh yeah,
you know, and he'd probably have a really nice fit body, but he clearly puts no effort into it. And I guess when you get that kind of money, you just get comfortable. I don't know. I've always said that, you know, no matter how much money I get, I'm going to continue to work, and I'm never going to stop working out. You know, I couldn't be one of these, when retirement comes, so to speak. Right. I don't think I could retire, dude. I can't, like, I'm not a guy that's going to go to the golf course every day. Right. You know, I'm not the guy that's going to go to the gym to get away from my wife just to have coffee. Because those are guys, I talk with the guys like that at the gym all the time. Yeah. Call them the coffee crew. They're there every Saturday and Sunday morning. There's 4 of them. Right. And they tell their wives they're going to the gym. And they do go to the gym. Right. They don't do anything while they're there. They all bring in their coffee and donuts and bagels and sit down at the table by the big screen TV with Fox News and just yuck it up for about 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I get there, they're there, crack jokes, hour and a half later, I'm leaving. They're still there going at it, just having a hoot nanny of a time, man. Well, you know, I'm like, you guys going to do anything in here today? No, man, we're exercising. Right.
Well, you remember Kellogg Park, downtown Plymouth. Yeah. Okay, so my route was right there. I had all downtown Plymouth, and there was a group of guys. I don't know if they were in a Corvette club or what, but there was about 8 of them, and I know at least 3 had Corvettes. And either in the winter they'd go into Starbucks, and they would take their chairs, and basically they sectioned off part of Starbucks just for this little get-together group of guys. And as soon as the weather broke, boom, they're in Kellogg Park in a circle. And Scott, I'm not lying, they will sit there from the morning. I get there around 9 and start. By 3:30, they're still there, and about 4 they wrap it up. So it's literally like, I think they think it's like a job. So we'll put in the hours, but we'll be there every single day. Now on the weekend, I don't know, but Monday through Friday, every single day, 7 to 8 hours, that little group. And they never miss a beat. They're like always there. And I rarely see one of them missing. I guess when you retire, that will keep you going. Cause I'm like you, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to find something that I enjoy part-time and keep moving. Cause if I move, I'm going to look worse than Elon Musk if I just retire.
Well, and then you get, like people, whose husbands or wives have passed on, and they get lonely at home, dude.
True.
They get lonely at
yep.
home, so they want to get out and they want to have conversation. And this happened. I discovered this about 8 years ago. My girlfriend's like, why do all the old guys, like for some reason, like I attract all the old guys at the gym. They're all, like I'm approachable. They feel like they can come up and talk to me. I make my conservatism known by what I'm wearing or how I look, that sort of thing. So they feel comfortable coming up and talking to me. And I'm like, I don't know. I said, it's weird how that happens. And then the more I got to know these guys, I'm like, oh, okay. Like Harold, like, he lost his wife, like, a year ago. So he's just looking for someone to talk to, because he goes home, he's by himself all day, all night, that can get lonely, man. So, you know what, man, if I can give someone 10, 15, 20 minutes of my time, to have a conversation with them and make them feel good and, not feel like they're alone in the world, so be it. You know what I mean? My workout's not that important. You know what I mean? I can push my workout back 30 minutes just to, make that small little contribution to society. So, speaking of society, it's all fucked up. We can't go a day.
No.
Some sort of crazy fan fight video of somewhere. And over Outkick, my man Joe Kinsey came up with another doozy. I'm going to read this story because there's images that lead up to the video, and I want everyone to see everything. So Joe Kinsey writes, it turns out Disney World wasn't the happiest place on earth Wednesday when a crazy family-on-family street fight broke out and at least one person needed to be taken away in an ambulance to get fixed up after the fisticuffs. According to the news outlet Walt Disney World News Today, emotions boiled over after a member of the matching T-shirt brigade pushed a guest from the other family as the groups were in line for Mickey's PhilharMagic show at Magic Kingdom. The push reportedly led to a confrontation, which transitioned into a shouting match, and then it was on. We're talking a full street fight. So, so here you got the matching T-shirt brigade on each side. Sure. Okay. I think these two women here are just trying to break it up. I don't know what that person's role, what they did. They may have been the one doing the shoving. I don't know. At this point, we'll find out here in a minute. But they're clearly trying to jack stomp this person.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one guest told WDW, that's the Walt Disney World News outlet, that two members of the matching T-shirt family were arrested. That has not been confirmed, and the other family has been banned from the park on trespassing grounds for their actions. Quote, I do not know what prompted this altercation. We came upon it, and it appeared as though it took about 2 minutes for two security personnel to arrive. Deputies arrived probably about 5 minutes after that, a witness told Fox 35 News Orlando. Between fights at travel basketball games, the Home Run Derby, and the San Antonio Riverwalk, it's been a huge week for this country.
Yeah.
Well done. What's that?
No, I was just going to say, it's interesting that he noticed that also as you and I, because, we were going to do a Maniac Monday or whatever we were going to call it. And then
Monday, it's happening every day now. So
every day.
Out. This is the same guy. I get all the videos from. I don't know where he digs these stories up at, but he's the best at finding these stories, man. I mean, Joe Kinsey, Outkick, thumbs up to you, dude.
Yeah,
there's a reason I follow him on Twitter and social media.
I got a question for you, though, Scott. I don't know if you can even answer this, but why is it in our society that when somebody is either, like this example here, in a fight, or somebody is like in trouble, life-threatening, why is the very first thing a human being does is pull out their phone to video it?
Nobody wants to help anybody anymore because they're afraid of the pushback. You have a society now where the good guys are being arrested for defending themselves and the criminals are being let back out onto the streets. So the good guys don't want to get put in jail. They're like, and when you have it's one thing when it's one-on-one or couple-on-one, but when you have a full street brawl like this going on, yeah, I'm like, hey, let's sit down a minute and record this.
Well, and I get that, but it just seems like, I don't know. I guess I'm just torn between the ways of thinking. Like, why don't I try to help this person instead? Let me just video it because it's entertaining. I guess what made me kind of smile and kind of giggle was it's Disney. There's nothing but happy people, kids. And there's just this all-out brawl.
You spent thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah,
going to the park in order to get kicked out.
Oh man, yeah, because they're not
dollars.
they're not getting back in. I don't know what.
Look at this still image right here, dude. I mean, they're everywhere.
Oh, Scott, I watched the whole 3-minute video, and as I was watching, I was almost sick to my stomach because the people that are like actually fighting were put now right there. The lady with her right there in the middle with her, she should be arrested because if you watch the whole video, they're pulling her away and she wants no part of that. She's going to get another lick in, and then when she does, it's all on and popping, man. Just
so we're going to watch a couple of videos, 2 of them now. I think
good.
This is the same one you're talking about. This one here.
Yes,
it looks like it with the hair.
Well, you be the judge.
The Karen haircut. No,
yes,
I haven't watched the video yet. I watched.
Okay, good.
I watched about 10 seconds of it because I wanted an authentic reaction when I watch these videos. So I never watch them before they happen. Although I watched the fan fight one at the All-Star Game home run contest the other day. That's just because I had a hard time finding a quality video until I saw that Joe Kinsey at Outkick had posted his. So
all right. Well, what I want out,
there's 2 of them here. There's a short 24-second one, and I don't know how this must be the longer one.
Okay. Well, what I want out of you, I want you to pick out the person who should be put in jail. Maybe find a hero there because you're going to see everything in this video. You're going to see the heroes. You're going to see the criminals. I want to hear your take. I'm really interested in getting your take on this.
Well, let's play the 24-second one.
Okay.
Let me, blow it up first.
WWF Disney.
There's a dude beating the shit out of a chick over here. He can't hit her. He took about 5 swings and missed her every time. Well, this guy over here, so that was the only hero I saw on that one.
WWF Disney.
All right, let's go into the longer one and see if I can find a hero. I don't think that anyone's a hero in this sense.
No,
except the police that hauled him away. But
right now, this video, if this is the 233 video, there's some really nice angles. You'll get a really good clear.
This one's only 1:39.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what happens here. Maybe we get all of it and just not. Maybe they trimmed it to get the fat out of it.
They edited it. Watch this guy in the green right there. Watch what he does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy tried to get him out of it. guy in the black shirt who just walked away again. So I would give him a hero status. Now, this white dude right here, he keeps trying to separate people, then puts his hands up, separate, hands up. So I give him a hero status maybe for at least making an effort.
Nice.
So I would say right off the bat, those are the only 2 heroes I've seen so far. The 2 white women in the green shirts, maybe could be like these ones here. Like maybe they just don't want to get involved, but they don't want to walk away either. They're kind of like, we want to help stop it, but we're not. Okay, so this guy here, the white hat maybe, and they got that guy right there with that cap. I think they may have pointed him out already. Or somebody just called him a bunch of monkeys.
Yeah. Now, I think there is a 2-minute, 33-minute video because there's a girl, I think she's Arabic. She's getting dragged around by her hair. I don't know where I saw that, but that's pretty much it there, Scotty. And I basically am speechless I can see at a baseball, football, whatever game, but Disney World, dude, what's next? I mean, you went from sports to Disney to what? Like, remember Red Bell Elementary? Are we going to see like a little preschool Brawl or something? I mean, I don't know how much crazier it'll get, but I'm sure we'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah, temperatures in this country aren't going to cool down anytime soon. And if you should read up on the fourth turning. And the fourth turning is a concept and theory about how, history repeats itself every 100 years.
Oh, right.
And we still have we have another 6 years of this left. We have until 2028.
Okay.
Until history starts to repeat the cycle again and things cool down and then, chill out and then bang, things will start to grow, be good. They'll peak out, and then they'll slowly start to get bad again over that next 100 years. So, man, never seen anything like this, bud.
No.
Never seen anything like what's going on out there.
Have you ever seen a kind of a fight or a brawl at a place that, like Disney World, like a place that just kind of surprised you? Like, here? Guys, seriously going to fight here? I saw one at a Chuck E. Cheese before. I don't know if you remember Chuck E. Cheese. And it was, they had like a little roller coaster, and a kid had stepped. There weren't any rails, so the kid just kind of walked up. Wasn't a big line. The father saw
worst pizza ever.
A+, 100%, dude. It is worse than cardboard. I'd rather just eat cardboard. So this kid cuts in front, and the dad comes up and pushes the kid. Says, "No, you're not cutting in front of my kid." There was only like 2 people in front of him. It wasn't a big deal. He accidentally did it, and he apologized. Then the other dad comes up, "Don't touch my kid," and then, well, rest is history. It's like, oh, Chuck E. Cheese, dude. Even the Chuck E. Cheese little mascot guy was trying to break it up. That was actually funny because he's like a big mouse, and he's trying to.
That would have been great to have on video.
See, that would have
been epic to have on video.
I'll never forget that because I wanted to laugh and I felt bad, but I've seen fights like at the Cardinals-Niners game I spoke about before. I've seen that's a rivalry.
I've seen fights in baseball games at the old Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
I've seen fights at in bars where I've been working and had to hop the bar numerous times.
Wow.
Numerous times.
Wow.
One time I broke up a fight. The guy that was being attacked left, and then the guy that was the attacker and a bunch of his buddies tried to get me, and they backed me into the corner by the pool table, and I grabbed the pool cue and snapped that bitch across my leg in half and just started running at them, swinging with the pool cues. Yeah, chased them right out of the fucking thing. Like, well, adios, get out.
When I used to DJ, the bouncers would always tell me, guy fights, they can handle. It's the girl fights that he said, and he's a big guy. He said, you don't want to try to break up a chick fight. He goes, the claws, it's like trying to break up animals. The claws are out.
Rabid animals. Yep.
Yeah. Did you notice that
the guys
bartending?
Cool. Yeah, the guys kind of have a tendency like to either get exhausted right away,
right,
or the sense of calm comes over them, and hey, I need to chill it out, something like that. Reason sets in, so to speak.
Right.
But the girls just they go once that snap snaps and that firecracker gets lit, dude. Look out! Like there's just no stopping it. I mean, they just keep going back for more. I was at a Cardinals game against the 49ers one time. My ex drove, and she took us on this big Escalade or Escalade or Expedition, one of those big vehicles. And now she worked for a company, and it was a pre-production model vehicle. So it wasn't even on the market yet. And these guys, after the game, kept purposely chucking the football near the vehicle. And then I asked them, I said, listen, you guys are getting a little close to the vehicle. Can you just take it over there a little bit for us, please? Dude, next throw, you just nailed the fucking thing, man.
Oh.
So I lost my shit. And everybody calmed me down, like it's not worth it,
right.
Blah, 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 blah. And then Robin's wife, Heidi, she takes her beer bottle, smashes it off the fucking cooler. So now she's got a broken shards of glass with the thing. She's, I'll fucking cut you. I'll fucking cut you all right now. Blah, blah, blah. Robin's like, get out of there. Let the big boys play. This is not a place for you. And she didn't give a fuck. She was going ape shit, man. He had to fucking tie her down, dude. So yeah, dude, girls like to let it fly. All right, man, that was the fun stuff. We got a little bit more fun stuff coming up on at the tail end of the show, but let's hop into some Major League Baseball. A couple weeks ago, we were talking to you, and your significant other went to Comerica Park and took in a Tigers game. We were talking about the expense of baseball games and sports in general. I came across this one today. Let me make sure I got the right one here. This is it. All right. Cost for a family to go to a baseball game. $204.76. Average cost for a family of four to attend a game. Now that's just to get through the gate. Okay. No, it's not. Yep. I'm sorry. That is good for a ticket, a beer, a soda, a hot dog, and parking. For the total. Okay. The Red Sox are the most expensive with an average ticket price of $61.71, $9.50 for a beer, $5.50 for a soda, $6 for a hot dog, and $23.53 on average for parking, for a total of $324.34 for a family of four. And now I'm sorry, that gets you 4 tickets, 4 dogs, 2 beers, 2 sodas, and parking. Now, dude, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks ain't going to get you very far in a 9-inning baseball game, man.
No. Oh, God, Scott, this is, man, between the salaries and seeing these kind of charts, just nothing I'm ever going to be able to do about it. It just pisses me off. And their way of looking at it is, well, we got to pay the players. Yeah, you do, but you don't have to pay them what you're paying them.
I found this interesting though. So look at. Okay, so you got the Red Sox, the Cubs, and Yankees, the Astros. The Nationals is up there, and they don't put the money back into their payroll. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe Juan Soto, who we'll be talking about here next, has a point. Why he should be asking out. Then you got the Dodgers, the Giants. No surprise in those 2 markets. Rangers, White Sox is a little surprising. St. Louis, Philly, Oakland, the Mets. And then you get down towards the bottom. Then you got the bottom feeders. You got the D-backs, the Marlins, the Pirates, the Rockies, the Rays, the Reds, the Tigers, the O's, and Cleveland and Minnesota, rounding out the bottom 10. Now, to go to a Diamondbacks game, they've sucked forever. It's $22 a ticket average. It's $126 for a family of 4. That's not a bad deal at all whatsoever.
No. Now, there's something, Scotty, that jumps out at me right away. And once I say this, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Look when we've been talking all baseball season about who's the worst team, how pathetic the turnouts are, just how pathetic the organization is. They're almost at the top. Is the Oakland Athletics? Shouldn't they be at the bottom there? Okay, you moved it down. Okay, my bad. Well, they're still up in the...
They're middle of the pack. They're probably like around, what is that, 12, 13?
Yeah, okay. I thought we were at the top. But still...
They're 12.
They should be at the bottom of the bottom just to get people in there. But they're not.
Yeah. They don't want people in there because they want to move to Vegas.
No. Well, that's a good way to do it. They want to go
someplace else. They're not even trying to fill their stadium at this point, in my opinion, man.
All right. Well,
I don't know. But if you are a baseball fan and your team is looking to make a trade for Juan Soto, we've got some teams that have come out and made their presence known, so to speak, in the trade market now for Juan Soto. Now, there's two different stories and two different reports I've came across today. Okay. First one is via Yard Barker. Now, they are reporting 7 teams are in the Juan Soto trade talks. Yankees and Dodgers, no surprise. Only really a handful of franchises you think can pay the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is Bob Nightingale from USA Today. He's saying the Nats have begun fielding preliminary offers for Juan Soto, with 7 teams already weighing in, including 3 in the National League West. Okay, so he has these other 2 teams also. Okay, so that was the other report I saw. Mariners, which caught me off guard. The Padres, I'm not surprised. They have, I think, the second highest payroll, third highest payroll behind the Yankees and Dodgers. You got the Giants in there. That's a little bit of a surprise. The Dodgers, no surprise. The Yankees in the mix, no surprise. But then you got the Cardinals in the mix there.
That's interesting.
That one surprises me too, man. They're kind of like always when we talk about them each week when we go through the standings. They kind of hang around. They just never die, so to speak. But I think you'd have to give up a lot to get him, and it would drop your playoff chances, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
now, look at that stat. ESPN Stats and Info. Only one player in the modern era since 1900 has a better OBP through his age 23 season than Juan Soto. That player, Ted Williams, from 1939 to 1942. Soto's done it from 2018 to 2022. So that's pretty impressive. But they're saying, you're looking at a costly package of players, prospects, and or draft picks. Now, I saw a story yesterday where they were kind of using the Miguel Cabrera trade from Florida to Detroit as like the barometer, because at that point he was like a 4-time All-Star, won a World Series, and won a batting title or 2. And I went back and looked, and dude, Dave Dombrowski robbed the Marlins in that trade, man.
Yeah.
You got Miguel and Dontrell Willis, who didn't amount to much, for scrubs like Cameron Maben and Andrew Miller. He ended up having a decent career, but he had to get out of Florida to make it happen. Most of it happened with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. When that trade went down, everybody was Miggy, and rightfully so. I was always on the Dontrell bandwagon. And most of it wasn't because of his wild delivery, because he had just an insane delivery. It's why he had a lot of control issues. But was one of the
leg kick.
Yeah, that's right. It was just way out there. But I don't know what it is. I guess it's just my soft side that I have is during interviews. I love listening to interviews, how they project themselves and if there's any arrogance. That he was one of the kindest guys. Just hearing interviews, just so thankful that he's able to play baseball and get paid for it and make people happy. Just loved that trade, and I'll never forget it. Even though it was Miggy was the big, they just kind of threw Dontrell in there, but Yeah, that changed a lot for Detroit because Miller and the other guy, they weren't going to do much for us. So yeah, we did. We stole that. And Scotty, I have actually got odds on Juan Soto and where he's going to go. Without
All right, let's hear it.
looking it up, who do you
Seattle.
think is? No,
San
they're
Diego.
not number one. You're going in the right direction.
Well, I'm out then because I would have thought those would have been the top two.
Yeah, no, actually, the bottom feeder to get them is the Atlanta Braves at plus 1,300. But number one, and this one surprised me, but now it doesn't because they're both New York. So the Mets first at plus 450. Well, they're both 450, and the New York Yankees plus 450. So they really think and then the Dodgers plus 550, and then it goes Blue Jays, Giants, Cardinals, Padres, Mariners, Red Sox, Astros, Braves. But they actually have odds that you can bet on. And I'll tell you what, if you just put $5 on the first 15, if you just put them on the Mets, Yankees, or Dodgers, you're going to hit one. It's going to be one of those teams. I was going to say Dodgers, but I could see one of the New York teams getting them. That's what the odds makers have it at. So
Speaking of wild deliveries, dude, Nestor Cortez and this guy Waggleman or whatever his name is for San Diego, when they do this thing where he like tweaks like 3, 4, 5 times and then throws the ball. That's bullshit, dude.
What's the guy's name?
He plays pitches for San Diego. It's like Waggleman, or I forget his name, but he's got the Nestor Cortez for the Yankees. I mean, you saw him pitch in the All-Star game. He's got that thing where he steps back, kicks, and then turns again and kicks, and then throws the ball. These deliveries drive me crazy, man. It's almost like a balk, in my opinion.
Right. I'm trying to look it up right now to see who this guy is. You think it's like that's his last name? Waggleman?
Something like that. But he pitches for San Diego for sure. Okay. I'm almost certain of that.
Oh, now you got me.
They got these crazy deliveries, man. It just
so you think
freaking nuts.
So you think it could be a balk, basically?
Well, it's technically not a balk, but I think they should look at implementing it as part of a balk. I mean, you got to have a natural delivery, man. You can't have shit where you're, guy's getting ready to swing because he thinks you're going to deliver the ball, then he's got to hold up, because you're going to do another twist again.
I think it's Mike Clevenger because they're saying he has a really awkward delivery. So
Could be.
Clevenger.
All right, man. So more baseball news. The Chicago White Sox. Liam Hendricks. Dude, you see what this guy eats before every meal?
No.
Okay, I don't know how you could go out and play baseball and eating this, but this guy eats an entire Philadelphia cheesesteak covered in hot sauce with a side of fries before every home game. He's a pitcher. Now, okay, you're not non-pitching days. You can rush off to the bathroom if you need to.
Yep.
But, dude, if you're on the hill,
right,
and that hot sauce and Philly cheesesteak with the peppers and onions and the shrooms and the fries with the ketchup and all that starts turning your stomach, and I mean, you might have some sharting action going on there, man. I mean, I don't know how you could do that to yourself.
Well, I can see the days off, but apparently, by what you're saying, is he's doing this like the day of.
Every home game. So he's doing that 81 times a year.
Jesus, and he's a pitcher.
Yeah, and he's dominating too. Pitching the All-Star game. He's got a 2.35 ERA, having struck out 45 hitters in his 30.1 innings pitched.
Yeah, so he's not going to change anything he's doing. People get kind of funny about that, like, I don't want to change anything. I got it going on right now. Now, I don't even know, Sky, you've played baseball, and just not even pitching. If you ate like that, wouldn't you feel kind of woozy? out
heavy
there?
and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, man. You're out there, it's hot outside, you know. I mean, you guys just had some 95-degree heat the other day.
Yeah.
You know, they're only 4 hours away, 5-6 hours away in Chicago.
Yeah.
On the south side. Heat's the same. The weather's always the same
Outside.
in Chicago.
Right.
And yeah, man, I just would not want that sitting in my gut, weighing me down. I mean,
wow.
I mean, he's 33 years old. Eventually the 33-year-old might care about his diet when he's taking supplements to cure his acid reflux, but not now.
Jesus.
I mean, he's greased up, man. He's greased up.
I can tell you one thing, Scott. It was I don't know. It was a weekend, so I don't know if we were in a tournament or something at our own Canton High School field. Coach Chrissy had me pitch the first game, and I think the first game went off at either 8:30 or 9 in the morning. I went to the little concession stand. You remember the little tiny stand that the moms used to run by the bleachers? Well, I went up there and I said, Mom, and my mom was there, and I said, can I get a Mountain Dew? She goes, Chris, 8 in the morning. I know. She goes, you're going to regret it. Dude, that day I learned a very valuable lesson. I went out there. I was sweating. My stomach was torn up. I thought it was going to give me some sort of jump start, that caffeine. Worst mistake. I probably pitched horribly too. The worst cramping that I've ever got. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, as a pitcher, you got to it's got to be right. I don't see how a cheesesteak with hot sauce is going to make that, but he's proven it.
Dude, me and Ed Hanna would stop and get at the 7-Eleven at Canton Center and Warren Road on our way in to the 5 a.m. practices. We get like a bunch of.
No, you didn't.
We'd get Hostess donuts and Jolt Cola.
Jolt.
We'd get fucking wired up and just run around phase 3 like idiots, man. And then come time to go to school, and first period, be completely out, sleeping. Be like, you'd wake up, you'd have the drool on your desk.
I had swimming.
Big crease on the side of your face, from where your face was asleep.
That jolt, I always looked at it and never did it because I always thought I'd get a heart attack from it. Did it really give you like a jolt? Literally,
it was just it had a little extra caffeine.
Okay.
I think
did it taste good? Was it good?
It tasted like Coke or Pepsi, or RC Cola, something like that. I mean, just had more sugar and a little bit of caffeine in it. A little more caffeine, and it was all. I would say this: it wasn't as bad as like the Red Bull and a lot of these energy drinks.
Oh man, yeah. There's so many. Yeah. There's this thing, Bang. I don't know if you got it down there. I think it's called Bang or something. That's the hottest drink right now with the kids. It seems like is this.
That's a healthy drink though. That's
is it healthy?
Red Bull and all that. Yeah, it's got CoQ10. It's got creatine in it.
Okay.
I drink probably 4 of those a week.
Oh, okay. So you definitely know what that is. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Bang energy drink.
I thought that would be like a jolt. I never looked into it.
That got big in the bodybuilder world when it first came out, man. It was only sold in like the supplement and fitness shops at first because of the CoQ10 for the mind and the brain.
Okay.
And the creatine. And,
so you would recommend that then, those Bang drinks? Yeah,
but within moderation.
Sure. Okay.
You don't want to be drinking 2 or 3 a day by any stretch.
No.
Not even 1 a day. You should be pacing yourself with them. Like I said, I have like 3 to 4 a week probably.
Okay. Cool.
All right, man. Next story. We got a little NHL to talk about. Over at BleacherBumSports.com, report Matthew Tkachuk tells Flames he won't re-sign, likely to be traded. This is huge. Now, the Flames just lost Johnny Gaudreau in free agency as he signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And with that fallout, Matthew Tkachuk has informed the Calgary front office he will not be re-signing a long-term deal, according to Athletics. Jeremy Rutherford and Haley Salvian. While Tkachuk has not officially handed in a trade request, Rutherford and Salvian believe he will likely be moved this week in what would be a blockbuster trade. Now, the Flames filed for a club-elected salary arbitration with Tkachuk, a restricted free agent, this past Monday, pointing to another sign that things are going downhill fast. There is a strong feeling that Tkachuk has indicated to Flames that he isn't interested in extending his stay in Calgary and would prefer to continue his career in the U.S. closer to family. I don't know if you remember, but he's the son of former Coyotes captain Keith Tkachuk. The arbitration hearings don't begin until July 27th and run through August 11th. But if Tkachuk exercises that option and goes through that process, he can't renegotiate or negotiate an extension until January 1st of 2023. So he's bound for the United States. I would like to see Steve Eisen pull the trigger on this one, man.
Well, he has not shied away from anything so far. Yeah, I'd have to see what line he's on and who we have available, any spots we have available, because I know he was working.
You didn't make the playoffs last year. Every spot's available. Well,
right, but he's filled a lot of spots. I know they said 2 days ago they were working on the second line. I forgot who they said they just put into the second line, but they're working on that. They said their second line was really their problem for a couple years now. So they're really trying to beef up that second wave.
Right. And by signing him and trading for him, putting him on the first line, kick a guy or two from the first line down to the second line, you've instantly beefed up that line.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it past Eiserman. He's done a really good job so far. And they said he's not done, so because there's a lot of cap room still left.
Yeah.
God, I could see him in a wing jersey. That'd be great.
Yeah, but you know what would be interesting? I think it would be fun to see him also play in Arizona. You know, they're going to be playing in the Sun Devil Stadium arena with 5,000 max seating for the next few years until their new arena gets built. And that would help bring in fans and pack that place and make it nice and rowdy every night, which I think it's going to be anyways, because it's going to be in Tempe instead of 2 hours out to the west side. You know, it'd be a lot more convenient for the hockey fans to get to. But I would think it'd be fun to see him, you know, take over as captain for the Coyotes, you know, following his dad's footsteps. I think that would be fun to see too. So, all right, man, I'm not going to share this story. I just want to know if you heard about it. Tucker Carlson last night had some video with NBA executives caught bowing the knee to China in leaked audio obtained by Tucker Carlson tonight. Now, the video has got former Bill Clinton associate Mark Lassery and NBA Players Association lawyer Ron Klepner defending China and even rehearsing the CCP's ultimatums because a former Boston Celtic and now excised Enes Kanter Freedom from the NBA had free to bet on his shoes. And there was a conversation with them with Adam Silver, who was like, well, there's nothing again. I can't do nothing about it because there's nothing he's breaking against the rules. You know, we can put Black Lives Matter on the court. We have to be able to let him wear his shoes. And they were like, dude, this guy needs to be gone and get him out of the league. He has not been re-signed by a team since he was let go by the Celtics. And I think he should sue the hell out of the NBA on this one, man.
Yeah.
I think that there's, you know, I mean, dude, China was upset because he was, you know, talking about, you know, he was being pro-human rights on his tennis shoes. And China clearly didn't like that. And the NBA was like, hey, we're going to bend the knee to these guys. And I think it's absolutely wrong, man, what they've done to Enes Kanter Freedom. It's not like he didn't produce on the court. He was putting up double-double, dude.
Sorry, Scotty, I'm having audio issues here. I'm trying to fix it right now. What's that last thing you just said? Because I got cut off.
He was putting up it's not like he was unproductive. He was putting up a double-double.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dude was a productive basketball player. And just to, you know, kick him out of the league because, you know, God forbid, Heaven forbid, he stands up for human rights. But no, the NBA is bending the knee to China yet again.
Yeah.
All right. Our buddy James Harden signed a 2-year, $68.6 million deal. He was like, he, if you remember, he waived his option for, I think it was like 43 or 47 million or 47.4 million was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, dude, he's not going to get that kind of money. Then he comes out a couple of days ago and says, oh, sign all these players. I'll take whatever's left over, even if it's the minimum. Only gets a 2-year, $68.6 million contract from the Philadelphia 76ers today. Yesterday. Dude, Philadelphia is one of those teams. We always talk about those teams like the Pirates that we want to see win.
Right. I know.
I'd love to see the Philadelphia 76ers win. And with moves like this, dude, it's just stupid. You're not going to win.
I don't know, Scott. Maybe you and I are missing something, especially myself, because this guy is a complete cancer. And he's lazy as hell. Will he give you the points? If he feels like it. The guy is just such a... he's like a Jekyll and Hyde. He just reminds me of somebody that's bipolar. The guy just is just a bizarre character. He just, if he doesn't want to play defense and you're going to pay him that kind of money, they must see something that I just don't know. But the Harden I know is exactly what I just said.
Yeah, it's like you don't know. Like you're like, if you're the coach, like, man, I hope he shows up to play tonight. Because it's like he just takes nights off.
Well, it is, and
like he just is out there. He's not even trying.
Yeah, he's just kind of like this thing out there that's just kind of hovering. And now that I handicap sports, I see it so much more, especially with him. As much as I wanted to do player props this year on him, because the player props would be really low, and I'm like, why is this so low? And he would like double it up. Like say it was 20 points, he'd hit 40, but then the next time he played, he'd have 6. It was just because he didn't want to play, he didn't want to do defense. It was like, which Harden is going to show up? So it sucks. You want the 76ers to do well. I'd love to see that. I could care less now, honestly. It's just anybody who took them it's good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck, man. Good luck is right. Okay, man. A little college football. Now, I think this is a good thing for college football. Miami football's made a decision on the turnover chain. I've always hated this freaking thing. And whenever they bust it out, it's like, they're down by 21. They get a turnover. They get the chain out. And they're like, yeah. It's like, dude, you're down by 21, guys.
Right.
They've had this whole gangster image. You could go as far back as Jimmy Johnson and Catholics versus convicts and all that. Then the image kind of went away under Dennis Erickson and a couple other coaches that they had. But it seems like within the last 10 years or so, that image has kind of resurfaced, the gangster thug thing.
Yeah.
And the turnover chain's no more.
Good.
According to Action Network's Brett McMurphy, new Miami Hurricanes head coach, Mario Cristobal is ditching the large 10-karat gold chain the team has used to celebrate takeaways since 2017. Cristobal, who's entering his first year at the program, said that the chain is, quote, not part of our culture anymore. Dude, that's been my whole problem with. I wanted to root for the U all the time, but when they have a culture and act like the way they do, I'm like, I can't do it.
I know.
One of my buddies is a huge U fan. I tell him every year, I'm like, I want to see you guys win, but with the way you're the whole thug, pretend, want to be shit, I can't do it, man. Can't
Scotty,
do it.
I am so glad you brought this up because I'm that's kind of my team. I've always loved the Hurricanes, the Jimmy Johnson days. I just loved everything about them. But when this chain came out, and I want to say, I was just looking at, because every year they have a different looking chain. There was a really cool one. I don't know if you've seen all the years. I think, it was 2020. They had you. Behind it was the state of Florida. And it was so cool looking. But when you said exactly what I thought when I first saw it, it's just so gangster. You know, sports are about team. And this just showed such an individual temporary award. Like, doesn't it take the whole defense, or doesn't it take a team of guys to pull it off? And they give it to one dude. But to me, I didn't like that part of it, but it just looked like NWA. Like, we're going completely gangster here. And I don't know, I was never a fan of it, and I kind of shied away from the U, but thank God they are getting rid of that stupid thing. And actually, I think they even sat in like a king's chair when they got it. It's like a big, high, looked like if you were the king of England or something. It's a real big chair. It looked ridiculous. And, you know, they're doing what we're looking at right now. It's just so stupid. But thank God, man. I'll get back on.
If they can have a more business-like approach, you know, like you know, all the SEC teams, or Michigan, Ohio State, any of the Big Ten teams. Actually, you could say that a business-like approach to any other team in college football, really, compared to that. They can have a more business-like approach to it. You know, I can get on board for rooting for them.
Yeah.
But, you know, up until this point, I mean, they introduced it in 2017. And they had like 31 turnovers that season. So that's when they decided to keep it. Okay. Now they're on their third coach since that.
Right.
And I'm glad he's ditching it. I'm really glad he's ditching it, man.
Awesome.
Well, this story caught me off guard, dude. I don't know if you heard this Rich Eisen news or not. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Now, you know, everybody becomes a free agent at some point. I love the spun. These guys by Sports Illustrated do great stuff, but every article starts with NFL World Reacts, NHL World Reacts, MLB World Reacts. Everybody's always reacting. NFL Reacts. Right. That's the same headline to everything. But whatever, they're doing their thing. But this is a good story. There's been quite a bit of broadcaster movement this offseason, with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman leaving Fox Sports for ESPN, Al Michaels joining Amazon Prime, and Kirk Herbstreit adding an NFL gig, among other things. While all those moves were varying degrees of surprises, the following news would be the most stunning. Rich Eisen, the face of the NFL Network, is reportedly set to hit broadcasting free agency. Now, the timing of this is what threw me. Rich Eisen, the original face of the NFL Network, is poised to hit free agency, Michael McCarthy reports. Now, he was when they came out with the NFL Network, he was the very first person that they signed on. Now, Eisen's contract expires before kickoff of the upcoming 2022 season. He was their first hire back in 2003, as I mentioned, paving the way for the official launch of the league's 24/7 network in November of 2003. He had signed a 4-year contract extension with the NFL Network in August 2018 that took him through summer of 2022, according to The Athletic. Eisen leaving NFL Network would be pretty shocking. He's the face of the network, anchoring coverage of various events. Quote, holy crap, all of the offseason announcing moves, this one may be the biggest if it came to be. Rich is NFL Network, and they need to back up the truck for him. But it's a new landscape, and I could see him wanting a reduced schedule too. Crazy times, one fan tweeted. Whoa, another fan added. Will we see Rich Eisen making a move? And if so, to where?
Wow.
This is the timing of it, dude. Like, training camps are starting in 6 days.
Right.
And before kickoff of the season, your main guy for the last, what is the math on that? 19 years?
Mm-hmm. He's pulling a Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's going to retire and go into hiding, but where would he go? All the slots have been filled, dude.
Oh, boy.
He's basically got them pinned into a corner.
Yeah, they're going to have to cough it. They're going to have to cough something up. But you're right. And you know what? Who knows? This could have been very well planned.
He's going to be like, look, man, Fox just gave Tom Brady $350 million over 10. He hasn't even stepped on the fucking behind the mic yet.
No.
He's like, what am I worth?
Good point. Very good point. Yeah, that's that picture of him there smiling. He's thinking is exactly that right there. He's going, Tom Brady, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I love to see guys get paid because one guy gets paid, that means the next guy is going to get paid and paid and paid and paid and paid.
Right.
Now the next guy that got paid, I don't know if I like this deal, and the team that signed him is taking quite a beating on social media.
Nice segue.
The Arizona Cardinals signed Kyler Murray to an extension, $230.5 million. So they gave him $500,000 more than what the Browns gave Deshaun Watson. Okay, now it's not all guaranteed. 160 of it's guaranteed.
Okay.
He'll make 105 fully guaranteed upon signing the deal, according to sources, per Adam Schefter. Now, his average will be 46.1 million. That's second. That's second behind Aaron Rodgers at 50.3 million. Deshaun Watson's average is the 46, so he's making $100,000 more per year than Deshaun Watson. Now, Mahomes, his deal averages 45.
Oh, he's going to be getting paid. He'll be the highest. He'll be the highest paid player when his deal is up. I wonder when his deal is up. I'm going to have to look that up because he's going to make over. He'll be number one. Don't you think he'll take over first place over Aaron?
Yeah, but then I think the kid, Josh Allen will. The Buffalo Bills will surpass him because his deal's coming up too.
Good point. Yep. I think I didn't even think of him, but you're right.
But the Cardinals are taking a beating on social media, an absolute beating. Like, really? Oh, great, you're stuck with the man baby for the next 8 years.
Man baby.
And, they're ripping him like, oh, maybe now he can buy himself a golden thimble to suck on and all sorts of binky talk and just, he is a whiny son of a bitch, dude.
Okay, see, you know your Cardinals. I'm not a big Cardinal fan, even though I do like them, but I don't follow them very much. That part of him I do not know. So he is a whiny little bitch, pretty much.
He's very whiny, yes.
Okay.
He's very whiny, temperamental, and one of those, those type of.
Oh my God. Okay, so now I see why then they're ripping on him because that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, wow. But the problem is that if you're whiny and you win, it's okay. But when you're whiny, and you joke, not a good combination to get the fans on your side.
Well, yeah, and we got to see Kyler Murray play at Ford Field last year, and he sure as shit didn't impress me at all. And I know he was better than what he showed that day, but he just seems kind of like he just slings it around. Doesn't I don't think he's as accurate as some of the other quarterbacks out there, but I don't think he's worth $230 million. But
now some people were joking on social media today also. If you recall, he was drafted by the Oakland A's in the first round to play second base.
Right.
At the same time. And the Oakland A's told him, you'll never make as much money in the NFL as you will if you come play for us.
Right. And that's what the Oakland A's
are. Yeah, the Oakland A's are taking a pounding on social media today.
Right.
Hey,
for sure.
You guys can't even pay for your own stadium. You got sewage coming out of your locker rooms.
Right.
And homeboys over here signing a $230 million deal.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's killer, man. That's hilarious.
So good on him, man. If you can get paid,
yeah.
Get paid.
Yeah,
last story of the day. About a week ago, Gronk's girlfriend came out and was like, "Oh, you never know. He might come back." Then Gronk came out yesterday. He was adamant. He's like, "I'm not coming back. I know a lot of people think I will." He's just, "I'm done." So upon that news, the Tampa Bay Bucks today signed tight end Kyle Rudolph to a 1-year deal with the Bucks. Rudolph gives Brady and the Bucks an experienced tight end to pair with Cam Brate. Now the Bucks have just one other tight end with the game experience in Cody McElroy, and while he had a good spring, he has played in just one career game. I like this signing. Rudolph he was released by the Giants. He'd only had 26 catches for 257 yards and a touchdown in his only year with the Giants, averaging just 2.9 yards per separation, according to Next Gen Stats, after averaging 4 yards and 3.4 yards in the previous 2 seasons. Now, that said, last season he had Daniel Jones as quarterback.
I was just going to go there, Scotty. This is night and day. You had the Giants, who overall just basically they were lionized, man. They were playing like the Lions. Now you got Brady, the GOAT. I think this dude's going to be set up very nicely. And yes, this is kind of telling me Gronk is gone, at least for a year.
I'd love to see him come back. I think he's done.
Yeah, how old is Gronk right now?
Rudolph is 32. I'm gonna guess Gronk's like not even that old, but his body's taking so much. Yeah. Look it up right now, man.
I can get it. I'll grab it real quick.
I'll bet you he's right at 30.
Gronky is 33. May 14th. Turned 33.
30. So he is 33.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, God, Scott, I don't know. I mean, what do these guys last? 37, 38 maybe? Because tight ends get beat up pretty good. So maybe, you know what? He's done, dude. I think he's done.
Yeah.
But I like this. I think this is cool for your Bucks down there. You know, they can boo-hoo all they want with Gronk gone. This guy come in, has a much better quarterback throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, it's a good
stuff.
So we'll see, man. But this is one that you wanted to.
Yeah, you know, and this is good, Scott. This is one of those where I want you to. You haven't watched it, right? Or have you watched?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No, I haven't.
Okay, good. This is a great reaction because it made me jump. But if you read what it's about, the title should tell you everything. It's
clearly a great white shark encounter. So some guy, I'd imagine, is down
catches him by surprise.
And how can you be caught by surprise?
Well, that's how it was
You're
titled.
Going into the water knowing that the sharks are down in the water.
Well, that's what you would think. This guy did. He had an arrow, but did not expect what happened. Watch this. This is insane.
An arrow? Oh, you mean like a spear?
A spear, yeah.
All right, let's watch this GoPro video.
Oh, nice. Calm water even scares me. South Africa. You get full sound, too.
Dude, just the silence of that creeps the shit out of me. Oh shit!
I'm telling you, dude, I jumped a mile. Do you hear him yelling? He's hauling ass.
Yeah, look at his flippers, man. They're moving.
Listen to him when he gets out of the water. He's not even near the boat.
White!
Oh shit!
Pass on for the white! Hij heeft mij amper gefrit.
Scott, I jumped. My heart stopped. That first part where you saw it comes out of nowhere.
Yes,
Look at this guy's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Spreekt je het een beetje zien? Hij heeft mij amper geëerd.
Dude.
At Target, low price.
It's almost worth one more quick peek at that one part. Because I was watching, I had it blown up too, and I'm just going, okay, whatever. All of a sudden, that fucking nose just shows up. I would have stroked. Well, first of all, I wouldn't even be in there. No way.
No, I dated a girl once who was like, she's into scuba diving.
Oh, no way.
And I went on like 3 days with her. And she's like, would you get certified and go, scuba diving with me?
Mm-mm.
I'm like, hell no. She's like, well, why not? We always go. We only go for sunken boat treasure.
Oh, no way.
No
way.
I'm like, but yeah, sunken boats is not the only thing in the fucking water. You don't know what else is down there.
Oh my God, I would love to be
we know more about outer space than we know about the oceans. You're insane.
Yeah, they say we only know 5% of our oceans. Fuck that. I was in Hawaii with my parents. They took us to Hawaii. We were very blessed to be able to do that. And we went snorkeling in 90 feet of water by one of these oil tankers. They purposely blew up to make like a reef. And my anxiety was pumping so hard that when I got into the water, it was like this dark aqua blue. And I took the mask and I looked down and I saw, you could see 90 feet. I looked around, I could see barracudas flying. I can't do this. Honest to God, I got horrible anxiety. I just said, it's going to be my day that it just wants to come up and eat me. I don't know what, but the water creeps me out. It looks beautiful, but to scuba dive or snorkel, Scotty, I don't know, man. I'm like you. We don't know what's down there.
I'll snorkel.
Yeah.
I'll snorkel when it's in like clear waters.
Mm-hmm. Deep water though?
No, not deep water.
Right.
I'm talking like just go down a couple feet or two and then come
back.
Yeah.
No, I could do that. But yeah, just jumping off a boat like they were.
Well, yeah, I mean, out with the whole flippers and all that. I'm talking like I'm in my swimsuit and got the mask and the snorkel on and going down. I'm not got the whole suit on, the flippers and the whole shebang. No, I'm out. I'll pass on that one. All right, man. This one I came across on Twitter today. This one is hilarious. Oh, name this band. All right, so we have a photo here per Outkick of an all-star game with Tony Gwynn, Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, Chipper Jones, Mike Piazza, and Larry Walker. And the comments are pretty good. There's slipping on Gwynn and Juice. Tony and the Juice Boys. Steroid to Heaven, minus the greatest hitter of all time.
Nice.
The Juice Crew. Tony Gwynn and the Rule Breakers. The Roiding Stones.
Nice.
Own Jersey Juicers. Tony and the Juicers. This is one of my favorites. Roid Rage Against the Machine.
Right. The Holland Nopes.
The Holland Nopes.
That's awesome. That's great.
The
Holland.
Nopes. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Let's see. 9 to 10, 19, 10, and the asterisks.
Oh, yeah.
The 4 in, 2 out band. The Steroids Are Okay baseball band. Gwen and the Roids, 3 up, 3 down. Broken Bat Society, Tony and the Needles.
Wow.
Barry and the Steroids, the Juice Crew, Juice World, Gwen and Juice, Syringe. But I think the Hall and Nopes was my favorite.
Yeah, that one I'm digging. I love that one.
I like the Roid Rage Against the Machine too, but these go on and on. The HGH6, 2 Shots and 4 Chasers. Tony and the Juice gets in there. There's lots of very original in this one. The Injectors, PED, Hot Chili Peppers, the PE Deedles,
Grateful Dead.
the Roiding Stones. So they start to get a little repetitive.
Yeah.
Slipshot, Roids and Roses.
Right.
The Royd Brothers, Juice and the Dingers. That made me laugh today when I was eating lunch. So, all right, man, why don't you hop into tonight's free picks and we'll wrap this show up.
All righty then, let's do this. Texas and Miami Marlins. I don't get it. Over 6.5. This easily could have been a best bet. I can, I could see picking either team on this one, but just the over is just kind of a no-brainer. This low is just too low, or this total is way too low. While I could totally see in this being a low-scoring battle, the reality is John Gray's been hittable on the road. With an ERA over 4 this season, Pablo Lopez, while he does have a 2.35 ERA at home this season, he has had the bulk of his starts end up being high-scoring games. If you look at his last 5 outings, I think this is going to be a 4-3, 5-4 kind of game. So give me the over here. Game 2, these you got to watch carefully, guys. There's only like 4 or 5 games today. 4 or 5 matchups, and there's a couple double headers here. Game 1, Houston money line over the Yankees. I don't get why Houston's minus 125 here. It's way undervalued. The Yankees have already displayed that they have trouble with Javier, who is far better pitcher than Montgomery. This is just like night and day. The Astros lineup is similar to the Yankees, but they have hit lefties better than they have shown in the month of July. Javier should be a heavy favorite considering who is on the mound opposing him. The back end of the Houston bullpen has been slightly better lately too. Take Houston at minus 25, play it to minus 140. We're skipping game 1 of the Oakland-Detroit. Nothing popped in my head that I liked about it. So we're going to game 2, which should be about a 7:00 game. Oakland has a couple advantages going in this game. My apologies. Oakland money line over Detroit here. Almost buck for a buck. The A's had the luxury of being at home over the break while the Tigers are once again on the road, traveling to West Coast for these 2 games before heading back for a game on Saturday. Now, while Oakland has been a poor home team this season, the Tigers are the worst road team in baseball. During their current road trip, heading into this doubleheader, the Tigers are just 3-8 and have lost 4 straight games. Despite their 3-9 record, the 25-year-old Montas continues to be one of the better pitchers and most sought after in the AL. Given the Tigers game lineup, Montas should be able to get fairly deep into the game and secure a win for the lonely little A's. And those are your free picks. We've got some dandy best bets. A lot of, actually, I think 4 out of the 5 are plus money bets, and we really like them. So go to the website, check it out. BleacherBumzSports.com. Open up that package, it's $4.99. It'll definitely pay for itself. Great picks today. So check it out.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. However, and wherever you be watching, that's going to do it for today's show. CK, are you having Jason on the show tomorrow? Are you flying solo? What are you doing? I'd like to apologize because the production won't be the same in advance.
Right. Yeah. It would have.
You'll start clicking on that yourself and start to learn it on your own. It's pretty self-explanatory. Where it says logo, you add a logo. Where it says design, you pick the gray and the black. Where it says ticker, you enter the information. Same with the banner. It's pretty simple, man. I think you should just give it a shot on your own tonight. It'd probably take you about half an hour to an hour to figure out.
Okay.
But if you are having Jason on, man, get him a little more. But you should also look at attaching your second microphone, dude. You got another mic there. Hook it up.
Yeah, we were just talking about it today. It has a USB port. I've got to find one with the two ends, and it's a really awkward end to the microphone. It's not like a normal microphone. It's real. I'll send you a picture of it. It's really bizarre. But I told him he's got to pick one up and get one for himself anyway. So, but yeah, it won't. It'll have to be right to do it. So, but either solo, either way, I'm ready. So
all right, I am headed out of town for an event. Nice little trip. I get taken on once a year. Place called Stream Song up in Bowling Green, Florida, up north. Massages, golf, clay disc bird shooting, guided bass fishing trip, all kinds of fun stuff like that. And no cell service. There's one room where you can go to check your phone and your cell service, any messages, emails, things like that. Otherwise, there's like no cell service around at all, and that's
kind of cool.
That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
To get away from everything and just kind of get out there with nature and enjoy things. So we'll talk about that a little bit on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. CK, I'll be looking forward to posting the picks, man, for tomorrow's show and for everybody to cash those tickets. So
all right,
everybody have a great night. I'll see you Monday. CK will be back tomorrow at 4:30 to close out the week. We'll see you then, guys.